Hey everybody, it's Jim. I just got home from seeing 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I thought I'd pop on real quick and give you a movie review and my thoughts on it. This movie starts Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She was, well, I know her best from Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. She played Mary Todd Lincoln in that, but she's been in quite a other few things. The name and the face that you see really isn't that recognizable. I had to actually look and see what I knew her from. I knew her from something, but I didn't know what. But actually, she's been in a lot of other movies that I didn't even know she was in. It also stars John Goodman, which absolutely plays his heart out in this. He's such a good character. But anyway, the movie starts out. Uh, Mary Elizabeth Stedman's character is obviously having an argument with somebody because she's packing up her things at her house and she's leaving. And all this is being done while music is played over the top, so you never really hear what's going on or anything like that. But you obviously can understand that she's upset and that she's leaving. She leaves her engagement ring on the table as she leaves. So she's driving out of town, starts on the road, and she gets a call from her boyfriend, and the phone lights up, and it's a call from Ben, and the boyfriend starts talking, and I'm like, I know that voice. Who is that? And so I'm almost positive, and I'm hoping I'm right. It sounded just like Bradley Cooper. So I haven't had a chance to go online. I just actually thought about that to see if it was him. If it was him, I'm not sure why it was him. I don't know what his connection is to J.J. Abrams or to the movie or whatever, but I'm really hoping it was him because it was really kind of cool. I mean, it could have been anybody's voice, but it's Bradley Cooper for some unknown reason because he's not in the film at all. But anyway, so she's driving along and she goes to the gas station, and she's getting gas and she's, visibly upset, and she takes off and it's dark, and on the radio you kind of hear that there's power outages in certain areas and things like that's going on, but she's really not clicking with her, and it's not really clicking with the audience that there's something really ominous going on because she's just out driving around, the gas station's open, blah blah blah. But all of a sudden a truck is passing her and hits her and spins her around into a ditch. The next thing you know, she's waking up. She's got an IV in. She's in this cell for as far as she knows. It's all blocked up. There's no windows or anything. And so she, gets the IV out of her arm, and the little rack that the IV bottle's hanging on. She reaches and gets her clothes and gets her phone. And of course, there's no signal. She can't figure out what's going on. And John Goodman's character shows up. He basically tells her that he saved her. There's a catastrophe going on outside. She's safe in there as long as she stays in there, but everybody else outside is dead. And so the little cat and mouse game starts because she's trying to figure out if John Goodman's just a nut, if he's one of these survivalists that is just holding her against her will and trying to get her to believe all this. And then there's another guy that's in there that kind of helped John Goodman prepare this bunker, and he knew about it. And his story is that when the catastrophe started outside, that he ran to John Goodman's house to get in. He had to fight his way in. So Goodman really didn't want him there, but he's in there anyway. And so the whole movie is just John Goodman playing just a fantastic character. You don't know if you like him. You don't know if you hate him. One scene, he's lovable. The next scene, you're just wishing she'd stick a fork in his eye. It's just absolutely a great character. I don't think it's warranted of an Academy Award or anything like that, but it's just really a good character. It kind of reminded me of Misery, so it was one of those deals. Like in his head, he thought he was doing the best thing for these two by keeping them there. And is that true? Is it not true? She, you see by the trailer, she tries to make an escape at one point, and there's something outside the window that horrifies her. So the movie is definitely one to see, in my opinion. I've read a lot of things that said the last 10 minutes of the movie was totally suckville. It ruined the whole movie. But to be perfectly honest with you, I loved it. I absolutely loved the ending. For me, there was no other way for it to end but this way. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be this. I kept worrying that it was going to be a dream. She was in a car accident and she was going to actually come out of it, and John Goodman was going to be like the ambulance guy or something like that. So I was really glad that it wasn't that. And I was just kind of horrified to even see the movie thinking that the ending was going to be that bad, because everybody that I've talked to that have actually seen it said they were disappointed. Most of the things I read said, oh, it's a great movie to the last 10 minutes. But I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I'll tell you what, please let me know in the comments below once you see this what your thoughts were. Be honest. I wouldn't expect any less from you. And also, if you know if that was Bradley Cooper's voice, I'm sure it's on the internet someplace if it was. And if it wasn't, Forget I ever said anything. We'll never speak of it again. Okay? Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.